Good morning, happy Monday, the 5th of July. I'm Jessica Amir, Senior Market Analyst with Bell Direct. And apologies for my purple hair. It was a mistake because hairdressers were closed and I tried to dye my hair myself and didn't go according to plan. So let's move to the markets. US stocks reached for record new all-time highs at the weekend following a better than expected jobs report that was released. 850,000 jobs were added to the economy in June and that beat expectations. So this supported the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, both rising 0.8% each. Now all the names that you know were in the leaderboard, like the Google parent Alphabet, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple. They shot the lights out. But the big focus point for the rest of the week is the Federal Reserve's meeting minutes. Now they're released to the market on Thursday, the 8th of July. That's US time. So traders will be looking for clues as to when the US Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, will start to scale back that $120 billion per month bond buying program because the economy is growing quicker than expected. Now, what to watch today for us? Well, the futures were earlier suggesting a very flat, sluggish start. Why? Well, cases rose at the weekend in New South Wales. So many are questioning if Sydney's 2-week lockdown will be extended on Friday. However, there are pockets of gold to look at. Firstly, the Trans Tasman bubble will resume today, meaning residents from South Australia, the ACT, Tasmania and Victoria will be allowed to travel to NZ, provided they haven't visited any designated hotspots. Secondly, company news is coming in thick and fast, following on from last week. Now, this morning, Tabcorp, TAH, announced big news. Tabcorp announced that they'll demerge their Lotteries and Keno business into a new ASX listed business. This will do two things: create shareholder value for current investors in TAH and also be a new investment opportunity to look at. Now, we know the gambling industry has been quite strong amid, I guess, the rise of lockdown leisure, if you will, and this supports TAH shares, which are up 33% this year. But you've also got other gambling businesses that are continuing to grow their earnings and share prices, like Aristocrat, ALL, and Jumbo, JIN. Thirdly, economic news will be in focus this week in Australia. Why? Well, the RBA meets tomorrow. Surprise, surprise, rates are tipped to remain on hold at 0.1%, but economists are expecting the Reserve Bank to acknowledge Australia's surprisingly strong economic recovery and thus to look for signals as to when it will taper or slow down their $200 billion in stimulus. Now, to commodities, a couple of noteworthy moves. The iron ore price is up by 0.3% to $212 US. On Wall Street, we saw BHP and Rio trade higher, so expect the Aussie listed BHP and Rio to do well today. Gold has fallen by 0.3%, while the oil price is trading at $75 US. That's the oil price's highest level since October 2018. And lastly, the copper price is up by 1%, but it's still about 10% off its all-time high that it hit in July. And keep in mind, China will publicly auction 20,000 tonnes of copper this week, which could cause further price pressure in copper. So be mindful whatever your time frame for investing in copper stocks is. And trading ideas that could be worth a look: IMDEX. This was reiterated as a Bell Potter buy. Now, IMDEX has got a Bell Potter 12-month price target of $2.35, and that basically implies 18% share price growth in a year. Now, IMD is a monopoly in the mining tech industry. They provide real-time data on rock knowledge and quality of what miners are drilling, so they can get real-time data and drill faster and smarter. So what's new? Well, the S&P Global Markets Intelligence firm increased their estimates for the mining industry to see their exploration budget grow 25 to 35%. Now, this is a leading indicator suggesting miners could see increased demand, and that could flow through to IMD's services. Now, as such, Bell Potter has got a strong outlook for IMD in FY22, supported by commodity prices, plus add in the fact that a lot of mining companies have been doing a record amount of capital raisings. So this all positions IMD in a favourable position, and that's according to Bell Potter. However, keep in mind, IMD's shares have been subject to end of financial year volatility. So investors and traders will be looking to see if IMD's shares could have further support and if this uptrend can continue that it started in late June. So traders will be looking to see if we can move past these 2 days of selling that we had on Thursday and Friday last week. Lastly, bullish charting signals have been seen in Transurban TCL, Sierra Resources SYR and Musgrave Minerals MGV. And that's according to Trading Central. I'm Jessica Amir with Bell Direct. Stay safe, happy trading. Have a great day.